Snow kept falling over the small mountain town, covering every rooftop, every silent street, every memory that people once tried to bury. 15 years ago, the town had witnessed a night so terrifying that its echo still lived in the cold wind. But after so many years, people finally began to heal until the killings started again. This time, the fear returned sharper, stronger, more real. And this time, Detective Arion Vale and the behavioral analyst Liora Synn were here to face it. Arion sat inside the dimly lit police headquarters, old case files spread across his desk. Every sheet of paper carried screams from the past. Newly printed autopsy reports lay beside faded reports from 15 years ago. The pattern was clear. This new killer wasn't the same as before. The style was different. The rage was different. The wounds were different. Someone else was out there. Someone brutal. Someone who enjoyed it. Liora stood beside him, her scanning device glowing faint blue in the darkness. Her method wasn't just about clues. It was about emotional signatures. Every crime left behind a psychological fingerprint, and tonight her readings were certain. "Arion," she said quietly, "the killer from 15 years ago and the killer now, they aren't the same person. These are two different minds." Arion exhaled slowly, which means we're solving two cases in one town. Leo, Inspector Smith's son, the only survivor of that night, was back in the city after years. His eyes still carried the panic of a teenager running through a forest with blood chasing him. When Arion went to question him again, Leo looked tired, drained, almost scared to remember. "I only saw Danial," Leo said, voice trembling. "He was covered in blood. He ran at me like he wanted to kill me, but I don't think he wanted to. I think he thought I killed Mia. He woke up in a nightmare." Arion leaned forward. "Leo, where was Jasmine that night?" Leo froze. His silence answered more than words. "She wasn't at the party. She told us she was sick, but now I'm not sure." That was the first real crack. Arion could feel it. Next up was Daniel's old house, abandoned, cold, filled with memories that never left. Dust covered everything except one drawer. Arion opened it, and there it was, the half-torn photograph that haunted part one, the one with only the bottom half of a girl's face. Liora scanned it. A slow digital reconstruction filled the missing half, and the full face that appeared, Jasmine. Arion whispered, Daniel loved her, and she loved Leo. A love triangle, the oldest motive in the world. But motives don't convict people. Evidence does. The next suspect was Inspector Moore, the man whose life fell apart after Daniel died. When Arion reached Moore's house, he felt something wrong even before stepping inside. The air smelled of metal, chemicals, fear. Inside the house, Arion found things no normal officer should own. Hunting tools, a heavy fur-like coat, and a terrifying handmade mask with red glass eyes. Put these together, and anyone could look like the forest creature people feared. Arion asked calmly, "Where's your son, Moore?" Moore's face drained of color. His hands trembled. His lies fell apart in seconds. Liora whispered, "He's hiding something deep, something painful." Finally, More broke. His voice cracked like ice. "My son, he's strong, but simple-minded. He listened to everything I taught him. After Daniel died, I trained him. I made him grow up like a hunter. I told him how to scare people, how to protect himself, how to act like a monster. I didn't mean for him to kill, but he started enjoying it." Arion felt the room grow colder. The forest creature people were terrified of wasn't a creature. It was a broken boy trained into a nightmare. But this still didn't explain Mia, Ava, or Jack's deaths 15 years ago. That killer was still out there. And that story had only one name left: Jasmine. Arion and Liora went to Jasmine's home. It was neat, perfect, almost too controlled. A home that looked normal, but smelled like secrets. Liora noticed something on Jasmine's clothes, a pattern of tiny cuts on the sleeves, the kind that appear when someone uses a knife violently. Arion felt the truth rising like a shadow behind him. "Arion," Liora whispered, "she wasn't a victim that night. She was there." And now everything fit. Jasmine was not at the party. She had gone to the resort alone. She had confronted Mia. Her jealousy had boiled over. One swing, one scream, one death. Ava heard something and walked in. She died next. Jack saw Jasmine leaving the room. He died too. Danial? He was unconscious, drunk, unaware. He became the perfect scapegoat. Jasmine pressed the bloody knife into Daniel's hand and slipped out silently, letting the chaos unfold. When Daniel woke up and saw Leo covered in blood, he snapped. He attacked Leo, thinking Leo had killed his friends. Then Inspector Smith arrived. A bullet ended Daniel's life. Jasmine disappeared into the dark and never came under suspicion again. Arion needed her confession. He needed her to break. He invited Jasmine for a conversation. She came, confident, composed, wearing the same proud expression she always had. Arion started gently, then slowly tightened the circle of questions. He talked about love, jealousy, fear, the photograph. Then he showed her the reconstructed photo, her own face. Jasmine froze, her fingers twitched, her eyes shook. Liora watched guilt, anger, panic explode on her scanner. Arion said quietly, "You killed Mia because she loved Leo. You killed Ava because she heard you. You killed Jack because he saw you. And you framed Daniel so everyone would believe the lie. Isn't that right?" Jasmine's voice cracked. "Yes, I did it. I didn't mean to hurt all of them, but Mia, she had everything. Beauty, friends, Leo. I couldn't stand it. I never meant to kill Jack or Ava. They just saw me. And Daniel, I had to blame someone." Her scream echoed across the interrogation room. It was over. The old killer was Jasmine. The same night, another operation unfolded in the forest. Arion, Liora, and a police team tracked Moore's son into the deepest part of the woods. Snow crunched under their boots. A low growl trembled through the air. And then, red eyes flashed through the fog. A shadow lunged. The team activated the trap. Moore's son fell, thrashing, screaming like an animal cornered for the first time. The mask came off. He looked human, but his eyes were empty, trained, violent. He was arrested. More was taken away in handcuffs, crying like a man who created a monster with his own grief. Finally, the killings stopped. The old killer was Jasmine. The present killer, Moore's son, was captured. The town slowly breathed again. But Arion and Liora knew the truth. True monsters aren't creatures in the forest. True monsters are born inside people. As they left the snowy woods behind, Arion looked at the frozen trees one last time. Some horrors, he said, don't need red eyes. They grow quietly, inside human hearts. Liora nodded softly, and when the truth comes out, it's always darker than the legend. Snow continued to fall. Snow continued to fall. The town felt peaceful again, but stories like these never really end. Somewhere, something was waiting, and that silence